Good afternoon. Hi, my name is Damika Austin, and I'm a proud 2017 Bite Back graduate and a proud Washingtonian. I first heard about Bite Back in 2016. I had been working in restaurants for years. Without a college degree and very little experience with computers, I didn't know how to move forward with my career. I felt like technology had grown up around me, and I was losing the battle. My first class at Bite Back was Computers Foundations 1. And from there, I moved up to Microsoft Office Specialist in Outlook and Excel. Even when I had trouble with them, I stuck with it and finally became certified after taking the test 3 times. Like they say, 3rd time's the charm. When I worked in the service industry, I never worked much with computers or came to an office. Today, I'm proud to say that I have a full-time job using computers, and it's right here at Bite Back. I've been an administrative assistant for 1 year, and I love coming to the office every day. The schedule gives me more time with my family, and we finally took our first family vacation, yes, together outside DMV to Myrtle Beach. I would like to thank Bite Back for support for free tech training and career skills that got me into the job and career right here, giving back to current students who were just like me. And I know Bite Back couldn't do it without the support of our partners, including a few from the mayor's office. And speaking of, I am so excited to introduce the mayor of my hometown, Washington, D.C., Mayor Muriel Bowser.
Well, good morning, everybody. I just got a lot of great energy from that introduction. And from just your explanation, a real-life explanation of what new opportunity means. And I couldn't be happier for you and your family to have that time away at the beach to rejuvenate and to spend time together. And what Bite Back has done is allowed you to see a new trajectory for your career after having worked hard in a long career and to find a new way. So if you think everybody should have an opportunity to let their hair down and go to the beach and have a new trajectory, give a hand to Bite Back. So let me thank you, Executive Director Lindsay, and so many people who have come together to make this a reality. I know that our Congresswoman will join us today as well. It goes without saying that having access to the internet at home is important, and whether it's for learning, applying for jobs, paying bills, staying in touch, following your health care, the internet is how we get things done. Additionally, internet access is going to play a critical role in getting an accurate 2020 census count and getting DC the funding it deserves. So having more people in our city computer literate and able to navigate and find all of the easy and fast ways to get things done is so important. And 2 partners to help us to build a more digitally inclusive Washington, D.C. are Bite Back and Comcast. So I want to thank them for their support. Bite Back is doing the crucial work of providing more residents a fair shot through training. Training Washingtonians from underrepresented communities for D.C. sustaining careers in tech, and by working with more than 500 adult learners each year, many here today. And you are helping us continue to be the capital of inclusive innovation. As we celebrate you, we also have a big announcement from Comcast, an expansion of their Internet Essentials program, which will make all low-income households in Washington, D.C. eligible for low-cost Wi-Fi, not just seniors, veterans, and families. So give a big hand to Comcast. And we have spent time with them, our Comcast officials here. We have spent time with them talking about the Internet Essentials programs, which apply to many schools throughout the district. And we thought it was undersubscribed. And so now I'm very happy to see that they have extended that to many, many more DC households. So call Comcast. Make sure you ask them if you qualify. And if you qualify, get them to lower your bill and work on the Essentials program. So that means that so many more thousands of people who may not know that they can have high-speed internet directly to their home can qualify. So today I have proclaimed, and you see the big proclamation here, Bite Back Day in Washington, D.C., and I want to congratulate everyone for the hard work that you're doing. And the Congresswoman is joining us. I'm just going to tell her everything I just said. And Congresswoman, we want to salute you and thank you for all that you do for us. And I have proclaimed today Bite Back Day, and I have also congratulated Bite Back and Comcast for helping more adult learners in Washington, D.C. have access to the Internet, because Comcast has expanded its Internet Essentials program from the families and seniors and veterans that they were working with to more households in D.C. that qualify because of their income. So I'm just really delighted for what's in store for all of us. Thank you very much. So, Shell, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you so much. I am really thrilled to introduce Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton. I left my piece of paper with her bio on the entryway on the front desk. Can someone please give it to me so I don't miss anything? Come on. Can we take a picture?
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Mayor Bowser. Your leadership has been so incredible for us here. All of the years of your support. The D.C. Office of the Chief Technology Officer is a great supporter. We just got our first grant from the Mayor's Office on African American Affairs, MOLA, so we just really would not be here without the support of the District of Columbia. And I am now so excited to introduce Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton to Bite Back for the first time. Congresswoman Holmes Norton is in her 15th term as the Congresswoman for the District of Columbia. She came to Congress as a national figure, a civil rights and a feminist leader, a tenured professor of law, and board member at 3 Fortune 500 companies. Before Congress, she was the very first woman to chair the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. She has helped break barriers for residents and bring home economic benefits to her constituents, including me and many of our Bike Back students. One of my favorite pieces of legislation and support that she's brought to the district is up to $10,000 per year for all DC high school graduates to attend any public U.S. college or university. I have a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old, and hope and pray that it's still there when it's time for them to go to college. A $5,000 DC homebuyer tax credit. Hey. Woo! Which has sharply increased home ownership in the district, and also DC business tax incentives, including a significant wage credit for employing DC residents, which has maintained businesses and residents in the district. Congresswoman Norton is a third-generation Washingtonian, and just last month, under her leadership, she brought us one step closer to being the 51st state. Introducing the first hearing in D.C. statehood in 25 years. Along with the 710 other 1,000 residents in D.C., we would love to see Congresswoman Norton have D.C.'s first congressional vote. So thank you so much today for joining us and for your support of Bite Back, and please join me in welcoming Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes.
Well, I appreciate that introduction, but look, this is not Eleanor Holmes Norton's day. This is, I'm grateful to say, Community Tech Day, and that's why I'm here. And I really want to thank our mayor, Mayor Bowser, for doing what she has been doing to close this terrible digital divide. She's trying to make us number one in the United States, and I'm here to tell you we are last when it comes to the divide between high-income and low-income residents. So I am very appreciative, Mayor Bowser, of what you are doing to make sure that the District of Columbia is not only the 51st state, but first in digital tech. And I really appreciate all of those efforts very much. Now, look, like the mayor, I grew up in D.C., but when I grew up in D.C., all you needed was, the 3 R's. You better learn to read, write, and do arithmetic. Well, I tell you today, you've got to add tech savvy, and you've got to add it early. I, therefore, very much appreciate this Community Tech Day. We are celebrating National Digital Inclusion Week. So all over the United States, there's a realization that we must put a brighter spotlight on closing this digital divide. I appreciate all that Bite Back has done with your workshops, all of your efforts in our community, helping the district to heal our very serious digital divide. Look, we're proud to be the nation's capital. We're not proud to be first in the gap in internet access between the highest and lowest income residents. That's why your work is so important to me. That's why you see the mayor here, and that's why you see your member of Congress here. I am sponsor of a bill called the Digital Equity Act in the Congress of the United States. It would, and I think this will be a bipartisan bill, there will be programs to provide digital literacy and skills throughout the United States. There'll be grant programs, and I know if there's a grant program, Mayor Bowser in D.C. will be up there looking for a grant. This is one where I don't think you can divide Democrats from Republicans. All 50 states and the District of Columbia will be available for this these competitive grants, and this has just been introduced this year. But members of Congress aren't waiting for legislation in order to get our young people interested in tech. In 2013, the House of Representatives started district by district an app competition for every year for students in your district. I just spoke at a meeting just this week to make sure young people in the District of Columbia are going to participate, because they must submit their app by November the 1st. Now, the Congressional App Challenge, as we call it, that's an effort to encourage young people to learn how to code through an annual district-wide competition hosted by each member of Congress. I was so pleased to see the video of the youngster. He was very young. You can be 8th grade through high school, who talked about what he had created and who won the contest here in the District of Columbia. My office is leading the work on the competition here. We are partnering with McKinley Tech and other STEM schools. We are partnering with the tech startup business community to find tech mentors. We are partnering with local universities who have IT departments. And, of course, we are partnering with DC middle and high schools. So this is a way to bring forward this interest in tech that we're celebrating here today, right where needs to be with young people in the District of Columbia. We got to recognize what this city is. This is a white-collar town. This is a high-tech city. This is a city dominated by the federal government. The number of tech jobs in D.C. is about 30,000. I'm not including the federal government. That means that where there's going to be growth, it's going to be growth in tech jobs. So healing this divide is going to be important for anyone who wants to get a good-paying job in the District of Columbia. Thanks for all you're doing for Community Tech Day here today.
Thank you again so much. Sorry, what were you saying, Yvette? Thank you all so much for joining us here today. Thank you to the mayor, to the congresswoman. It is truly just an incredible moment for Bite Back to have you both here and to celebrate the work that we're doing and this incredible work that is being done in our city to bring the digital economy and all of its benefits to everyone in the District of Columbia. So thank you very much, everyone.